I kicked the project off by removing the baseboard from the wall. I used 3/4 inch birch ply to build out the wall. I extended the wall 1 foot from the existing wall, mitering the corners so I did not have to deal with the layers from the ply. I secured 2x4 to the existing wall to help secure the new extension part of the wood. I finished this area off by running the wood all the way to the ceiling. So this part of the project was probably not my most exciting part of doing this whole project, because this requires a whole lot of ripping, just sending this wood constantly through the table saw. The 1x12 was ripped into 1/2 inch strips. I measured from the wall to the end of the build out. I then cut the strip to the measurement I took. I only cut the strips as I needed them because I did not want to overdo it and have waste. At the time of this build, I was not documenting any of my projects, however I did take photos. But with this quick automation, I'll show you exactly how I started this wall off. I started by placing one of the 1/2 inch strip on the floor. I then placed another 1/2 inch strip on top of that, which I plan to nail. I used a level to get the first strip straight. I used the 1/2 inch wood as a spacer as I work my way up. I even got the girls involved. As I was cutting, there was nailing. So at the time, this was the finished product, what I had in mind, but after looking at it for a week, I realized that I wanted to do something else to it. I also built a column with the same design on the opposite side of the room to kind of tie it all together. So I cut 3 holes in the wall, which felt a lot better to me, but I also felt like something else was still missing from it. The most challenging part of this wall was picking the color, because in my head I was anticipating like a stained wall, but it really didn't fit the design I was going for, so I really struggled. I thought about painting the wall black, and I kind of settled for white, and I think that works out a lot better. So after finally making a decision on what I wanted to put in here, I found some battery powered candles. I finished off the opening by cutting down some hardboard and spray painting it black. So I'll be the first to admit I'm not a big fan of maintenance, so I do not want to be replacing batteries all the time. So the solution to that was to rewire the candles and power them from a transformer. The upside to that was now I can control all the candles at one time. So rewiring the candles was fairly simple. I looked for the positive leg and the negative leg of the battery. So this is the other side of the wire, which is my second splice that I'm going to tie this onto a transformer. I pushed the access wire back into the wall. Then I set the voltage on my transformer, which I got the total value by adding all the battery voltage together. Now it's time to test these lights and see if they work the way I expected them to. So to wrap this project up, the very first row from the floor, I painted that black because I wanted from a distance the wall to look elevated. So here's the final product. So give me a thumbs up if you thought I did a good job on this wall. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And also, if you have any question, feel free to ask. So one of the main motivation that drove this project was me wanting to have a modern feel when you step inside. I wanted something to grab your attention, and I just wanted to see something a little different. And I felt like I actually accomplished that with this design. So overall, this was a very inexpensive project. I spent just under $150 on materials, and it just took a whole bunch of labor to accomplish this.